Hey Facebook, I've got sunburn. That's all you need to know right now. I haven't magically turned the same colour as my top. It's not the most important thing in the world. What's really important is that Yoku's Island Express is out today.
Yay!
Yes. We've been waiting a long time. Who am I? I'm Ashley Day. I work at Team 17, and this is Lauren.
Hello.
She also works at Team 17, and we're going to play some Yoku's Island Express, which is
an awesome new pinball platformer.
Yes. Like there's loads of old pinball platformers. There aren't any.
No.
Except maybe one that came out in the 90s, but we don't talk about that.
This is the only one that matters.
It is. It's the only one that matters right now in this moment in time. And if there are any other live streams happening right now in the games industry, don't watch them. Watch this one. Right. Let's chill out and play some Pinballvania.
Let's do it.
Right, so here's one I played earlier. We're at 70% of the way through the game.
There we are.
Which means I've done all the intro, I've done the tutorial. You don't have to watch that. Because everyone watching, you've probably seen already other people's videos and things. You don't want to see all that intro, you want to see some of the good stuff. So here we are in Mokumana Village on Mokumana Island. And if you don't press that button, if you press this button and have a look at the map, you can see we've only explored a small portion of the game, and we've already got some objectives to head for.
We've got a way to go yet.
We have. So you know, much like a classic Metroidvania game, you can explore to your heart's content and go off in all different directions. So let's do that. And of course, this is a pinball platformer. So there's a little pinball flipper on the floor there that Yoku is walking over. Flip him up. Who's that up there? Spoiler warning, we're not going to tell you. He is asleep. What's right? So, oh look, who's that under the table? Some naughty sucklings. Search for answers at the Great Falls. Is that something we can look at doing?
Yeah. So whereabouts on the map is the Great Falls?
It's probably not visible yet. I have to find it.
No.
But while we're here in the village, we can talk to a few.
Who's this guy?
Oh. Let's have a chat with him.
Hanging upside down, just hanging around.
Nim. Hello again, postmaster. Why don't you read it? Do it in whatever voice you think he should have.
Oh. You've put me on the spot now.
I do.
I'm not a voice actor.
The chiefs live all across the island. You should start with Spinner in Marrow Hill. You get there by crossing the Great Waterfall.
Alright. So I think we need to head for a waterfall if we can find it. So some flippers in the world are locked like this one, and you need fruit to unlock them. I've got 44 fruit at the moment, so easy done. Talk to this parrot fella.
The pirate?
He's not a pirate.
He's listening, he's pirate.
He's a parrot.
He's on a perch.
You have one new message. Yes. Are you recording that? So Post-Pterodactyl is the old postmaster of the island, and Yoku is the new one.
Yep.
So the story of this game, if you're unaware, is he's a little postman delivering the mail on an island, and he just so happens to be a gun beetle, and the island happens to be made of pinball. Don't question it. Congratulations on the new job. Office is a bit messy, nothing personal. Mailbag. Get the mailbag. Post the mail.
Do it quickly.
We've got the mailbag. We've got that thing. That's called a wickerling, I believe. There he is. You can collect wickerlings, and then they do something. We're not going to tell you what. There's Yoku's post office. It's a right mess. Don't worry about it.
What is it? What's the mess?
Well, it looks like letters.
Oh my goodness.
Lots of-
So basically the last guy didn't do his job properly.
If I use...
Yoku's now got to clean up his mess.
Yeah. We've all been there. Yoku can use his little party horn here. Get rid of some of this mess.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm going to stop doing it, it's quite noisy. And you can post the mail. And then you get paid.
Hey, more fruit.
He's only paid in fruit. So,
What other currency is there?
also in the village there's this fella who can sort you out with
Lonka.
different ways to augment your pinball.
Your ball is terribly out of style.
Oh, here. But I think we'll have to collect some various knickknacks in order to do that. So
So
not
you
much
go
to do
underwater.
right now. So I can go in the water here, but I can't dive
Right.
just yet.
Okay.
Because this is a Metroidvania and there are abilities to get.
Oh.
And we're missing the dive fish.
So how many abilities does Yoku have in total?
Some
Some.
Some
Is that a
abilities.
surprise?
Yes. Also, I didn't bother to count before we made it. He's got
A number.
a few. He's got a few, and they're all really useful.
Cool.
Maybe we'll see some as we play through today. Lauren, where would you like me to head? Which
I
objective
think-
should we aim
I
for?
think let's go towards the right.
Okay.
I haven't discovered yet. I kind of want to see what this is over here.
The
It's
pink-
quite far.
pink objective?
Yeah, the pink one.
Okay. Also, anyone watching, pop into the Facebook chat and let us know any questions you have, and Lauren will do her best to answer them. So will I. Okay, pop up. Hey there. Sorry to say, but there ain't no way you're getting across the Marrow Hill. A boulder is blocking the path. The slug gardener usually fixes stuff like this. Someone ought to fetch the slug gardener. So that's the thing we can do. So, quite clearly, we are not going to get through this without some slugs. Slugs are little explosive critters in the world of Yoku,
Trixie.
and they can help us get through areas like that. But will
So-
we find them in the next hour? Who knows?
Jonathan says that he really loves the music in the game, and he's currently playing through it to review it and loves it. Loves it so much about this game. Yeah, the music's really nice.
Yes, the music's by a fantastic chap called Jesse Harlin. You can find him on Twitter. He's brilliant. He also did the music to the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition,
Cool.
if you remember that, at LucasArts, where one of the designers of this game also worked. So I suspect they met each other there.
That's cool.
Yes.
What are these pink things with the big eyes?
They're the slugs.
Oh dear. Tricksy little slugs.
So once we have the slug vacuum, we can...
A slug vacuum.
Yeah, it's a thing. You can, once we've got that, we can vacuum up the slugs and put them to good use. But we need to find the slug gardener in order to do that. Although, having said that, maybe I've already got the slug vacuum. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't look like it.
So is there? I just saw on one of these here. You've got a limit of the amount of fruit you can carry.
That's right.
Okay.
150 fruit in the wallet, but you can
Okay.
find upgrades.
Okay. It's good to know.
Made a slug explode there.
So Jonathan now asks, what was some of the inspiration for Yoku's Island Express?
That would be a question for the developers at Villa Gorilla, who are not with us today. They have an office in Sweden, but it's something I did speak to them about many months ago for an audio recording that we're looking to publish pretty soon. So we'll have the answers for you soon. Pretty sure you can also find some interviews here, there, and everywhere if you search around. So the two main guys behind this game are two chaps called Jens and Matthias. Jens is the programmer, Matthias is the artist. I could try and answer the question from memory. I'll probably get it wrong, which I wouldn't want to do. But I don't think they had any particular inspiration as such. I think it's more they're the kind of designers who prefer to aim for a certain style of gameplay and then let that gameplay determine where the design goes from there. So I don't think they ever set out to make a game about a dung beetle postman.
It is a pretty unique idea.
Yeah. But as game design goes, I think sometimes you know, if you're making a pinball game and you want something attached to the ball by a bit of string, why not a
Just
dung beetle?
go with it. Yeah.
So this is a typical part of the design that you'll see in Yoku's Island Express, where the world will break out into a fairly typical pinball table style design. There's loads of these across the island, all with all the kind of various things that you would expect from a pinball table, flippers and bumpers.
I'm guessing I'm just watching you play that bit there. There's obviously a strategy to. These are basically like little mini puzzles, right, to get the fruit. So there's this kind of almost a strategy to it as well.
Yeah, you want to collect as much fruit as you can hold. There was also, you might have noticed, some kind of purple keys that we needed to collect to get past the barrier, which we've now done.
Cool.
So yeah, each table has its own kind of missions that you'll need to do. This is generally the structure of the games.
It's quite fast.
It is. Well, it can be, but it can also be quite slow. Like some of the later tables are quite challenging, so you're not going to do them first time.
Right.
Although having said that, it's worth pointing out that you can't die in this game.
That's good.
You lose fruit if you hit the bottom of the table and land on the spikes, but you'll never die. So it's kind of a relaxing game. Sit back, play some pinball, have a good time, enjoy the music as Jonathan does.
I like the sound effects as well.
But the area we found ourselves in at the moment, we desperately need that slug vacuum. So we're going to have to try and find that at some point. Do you have any other questions in the chat?
No, not yet. Jonathan just said thank you for the replies. Thank you for coming and watching us play Yokus.
I've noticed that you say Yoku, and I say Yoku.
It's because I'm a southerner.
Who's right? Who's wrong? Nobody can really tell.
I'm usually right.
Either way is fine. Like Yoshi and Yoshi. It's Yoshi.
I think I say Yoshi actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a nice little crystal thing to
like
smash and you get some fruit. Very rewarding game. You always get these nice satisfying explosions of fruit. Yeah.
The smooshy bits.
It's quite tactile, as I think a pinball game should be.
I do like that wiggly tunnel bit.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
So what's the flower for, sorry?
The flower is a checkpoint, save point.
Okay.
So it auto saves when you go past the flower, so you don't have to mess about saving a game. Here's a little house. Let's go in the house.
Jonathan's just said he's off to get work done.
Bye, Jonathan.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to see us and asking questions.
What's this? So this is the slug vacuum. There we go, we found it. So now that we've got that and we knew we needed it, let's try and get back to where we were so we can deal with our slugs. So I've collected a slug with a slug vacuum, and we can use the slugs to explode these rocks.
Are you going to use a slug as a weapon?
Yeah, I'm not above using slugs as a weapon. Sort of thing I'm happy to do. So we've just created a passage there that we can get through.
Nice. Save point.
Explore more of the game. Do you have any questions, Lauren?
I do. So how are you keeping track of where you're going? Because I think I'm going to get really lost unless I keep zooming out to the map.
Well, I mean, there's two answers to that. First of all, like, no one should be ashamed of using the map. That's what it's there for. So it'll give you a really good idea of. If we take a look at it now, we can easily.
So we've like revealed quite a bit more there.
Yeah, you can easily see where you've been already. You can see where there's things still to collect and interact with, and you can see checkpoints. So look at the map as often as you need to. It's all good. And then also, like, within. Oh, what's happening here? I was going to say, within the tables themselves, there should be obvious points where, if a door is locked, you probably need to find a way to get through that door. So occasionally, when you fall into the gutter of the pinball tables, something mysterious will happen, as you just saw then. But we're not ready to reveal what that is. We want people to discover that for themselves. You'll have seen there's a number counting down, so it has to happen a few times. Let's get that slug vacuum and see if we can explode the thing. Well, it's natural selection, I'm afraid.
Natural section.
Let's see if we can. No.
You see, so does he make your dongle heavier when he's attached to it?
I haven't noticed that.
It kind of looks like it slows you down a little bit. Like, or weighs you down, maybe?
I think that was maybe because of the way I was using the flippers just then.
Oh,
It was
okay.
making the ball roll slower.
Get the fruit.
There we go.
Nice.
Woohoo! So we're very much in a section of the game that relies heavily on the slug vacuum here.
Yeah.
But that's only one part of this game. It's no one-trick pony. There's lots of different kind of toys to interact with and power-ups to make progress with. There you go. Let's collect these keys. I call them keys.
It's quite satisfying watching the fruit pop out.
Oh, it's great.
And the fact that it's in bubbles as well. Love it.
And they do float away, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can see them
Is there like
slowly
a
floating
set?
there.
Is there a set amount of fruit on the map, or can you like, if you for example,
I
if
think
it
they might-
floated away, would
There
you then
might be, yeah.
be able to get it back another time?
It's a good question. I'm not entirely sure, but there are, as you saw on the bumpers then, they were kind of, if we go back down, those bumpers are now white
Yeah.
because they've run out of fruit.
Right.
They
okay.
were kind of glowing yellow before.
Yeah.
And there are like pots that you can break which have fruit in them, and all sorts of things like that, crystals. So it does feel like there's a finite amount, but there's more than enough to get everything you need. What's he saying now?
Most people are afraid to deal with slugs.
If you're looking to head up to the village, I recommend just keeping left past the Great Ape and up the tower. Good. Yeah, so there's lots of friendly NPCs around who will give you lots of nice advice.
I love the art style.
So we can see there's a rock that we're going to need a slug vacuum to get past. And plenty over here, so let's see if we can get back to where we started. Yep. There we go. And
What are
back
those
now.
little guys called that you just collected with?
Wickerlings. Yeah. They're useful for something, but I'm not going to say what just yet.
I've got a thing about getting collectibles in games.
Oh yeah.
The fact that there's a lot to collect in this
There's a lot
is
of
really
that.
exciting.
And I recently finished the game on Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
And even after finishing the story mode, the game was probably only about 50% complete.
Right.
So there were lots of collectibles I could still look to find, lots of side quests and characters to interact with.
So once you finish the main story, you can go back in and,
Yep.
and mop up everything, right?
Absolutely.
That's good. That's good news.
You'll like this. Look at that. Lovely.
That's really cool. I like the rainbow in the background as well.
Oh yeah. The arts by the lovely Matthias is beautiful. Some of the nicest art I think there's been in a 2D platform game.
You're now going through a different part of the map. So obviously
Yeah.
It looks like almost like the seasons changed,
So
or
we're
the
in Marrow
foliage
Hill
has changed.
now, which that fella told us to go to
Who's that?
earlier. So we're well on our way.
Oh, nice. Who's that guy that's like the pink guy with the nice
Let's go
purple
say hello.
jumper on? Purple turtleneck. Can be.
This is a hop-on point for the beeline. It's supposed to be the fastest way to get around the island, but sadly, it's not activated. There might be a way to activate it over at the hideout. That is, if you can get the Skullgangers to let you in. They are notoriously private. Personally, I can't stand dealing with them. They give me the creeps.
That's Canby.
Nice.
And
From
that
Newcastle.
from Newcastle. And that is just up there. You can see what looks like a little honey pot.
Yeah,
That's the beeline, which is a fast travel system for getting around the island.
I like that.
Which,
I like the insect reference.
yeah,
It's good.
but we don't need a fast travel system this early in the game. There's still lots to explore.
Oh, this is
let's do it.
interesting. Camera pan out.
Whee!
So what does that mean? What's
What?
that say, that sign?
Skullgang's
Oh,
hideout.
yeah.
Stay out.
I feel like these are going to be bad guys.
I can handle them.
I've got enough fruit. Don't pass out.
So there's also these telescopes, which give you a nice little view of the area, so we can see down at the bottom of the screen there, there's kind of like a little house which we might want to try and get to.
So are the telescopes collectible items, or are they just?
No,
like,
they're just there
just useful.
to help you find your way.
Right. Okay. What's that up there? What's he wearing?
Oh, he's in the Skull Gang.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, cheeky blighters, the Skull Gang. Let's see what he has to say.
He's not happy about your business. Cracks.
Look at this, a beetle with a mailbag. This is the hideout of the Skull Gang. You lost or something? Well, let's give him this message.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh,
See,
dear.
you weren't welcome. You can't be in there again.
Boiling underbelly ahead.
There's another one there asleep.
Let's get him.
Yeah, wind him up. Jump on him.
That's a good thing. I have a party horn. I'll wake him up.
Why is he telling you their secrets? He's not
Well,
very good at
because-
this, is he?
Well, because we've got some dirt on him, we know that he's skiving there and asleep. So he's like, don't tell anyone I'm asleep, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you the secret. So we need to find the back entrance. If you're just joining us, we're playing Yoku's Island Express, which is out today. On what systems is it on?
It is on Steam for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Missed a bit of fruit. Stop missing the fruit.
Let's do it. Oh, although my fruit wallet is full, so it's.
Oh yeah. You're gonna need to spend
pointless.
some of that fruit.
I am, yeah. We can push this branch down here,
Nice.
which means we now no longer have to go through that whole circuit again if we don't want to. What's this fella saying?
Sniffle. You're not allowed in because you're not a member of their gang.
Do what I like. Look at them all.
Oh my god.
They're queuing for something.
None of them have hats on.
No.
Oh, they're waiting for a sign from their boss.
Let's give them a sign.
There, is that their boss? He looks pretty
It looks
presidential with his
boss-like.
fancy hat on. Jojo.
And if you have just joined us on Facebook, leave a question in the chat and we'll give you the best answer we can.
Oh, so he's not the boss?
No.
Maybe he's just a higher up.
But we've now got the key
Excellent. So we can unlock that door now, right?
beneath the hideout. Down there.
Oh, that's quite a way away.
So we're getting a good view of what it's like to do a quest in the game. So, you know, it might have looked earlier like we were making good progress, but then eventually you will come to a bit of a standstill and you'll have to solve some puzzles, solve some problems, go on a quest.
Do you find yourself getting sidetracked? Because there's
Yeah.
lots of different little side missions you can do.
And that's good. Like if you get stuck on one thing, you can just go and do another,
And then
come back to it later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So he's telling us about the wicklings. We can get a wickling tracker, 300 fruit. No, thank you. That sounds like a rip-off.
Yeah, I think he's a con man.
And I don't have 300 fruit.
No, he's not.
There's some nice treasure down there, but we can't get to it yet. Now then, how do you suppose we get down there?
I would go past where the platform under the telescope. Oh no, but that's a swimming platform, right?
Let's go take a look.
Yeah.
We can always come back. Whee! That didn't go to plan. So we can't get that way because it's a one-way
Okay,
system at the moment.
right.
And also the purple flower that you see there is a grapple point, but we don't have the grapple that you need. So we definitely can't get this way.
Okay.
Let's try another way. Maybe he'll...
Can he drop us down again?
No.
Oh.
He's not into it.
He doesn't want to be your friend.
He's not helpful at all, is he?
No. He's just a minion, he's not in charge.
His job's work.
He's not in charge, he just works here.
Yep.
His job's work.
I don't make the rules, mate.
I just enforce them.
That's...
Whee!
That didn't help.
I do love the pinball mechanics.
Well, that's good, because it's a very pinball-y game.
Good.
This is what happens, even though I've played this game a few times now, you still kind of get a little bit unsure. Right, let's see. Do we need to go left from here?
Yeah. It's down there, right?
I'm feeling like it should be left. Go through here. And here.
Oh, there's someone asleep down there.
Oh yeah, we spoke to him earlier.
Yeah, was it near that? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's the keyhole. Let's go through the keyhole.
Now on a new path.
Pressure is too high.
Oh dear.
Whee!
Oh,
So we can't get through that way.
right. Alternative route.
So this is where we can
Oh,
put
there's
the
another post box.
wickerlings, but we don't have enough yet.
Can you mail stuff there? Yay.
Let's get down there. Come on. Right. Some pinball. Would you like to play
Pinball
some
it up.
pinball?
Yeah, I'll play pinball. Oh no. Oh no.
So the controls, as you might expect from a pinball game, are the triggers on your control pad. Right trigger is the right flipper, left trigger is the left flipper. And you can use the analog stick to move Yoku around as well. But generally when you're in these kind of table parts, you don't really need to directly control Yoku, just make use of the table.
What do the lights do up the top there? Oh, I'm not very good at the pinball.
Well, a lot of the time you can pass over those and light them up and it will activate something or
Okay.
release something. Usually some food.
Fruit's good.
It's essential.
5 a day. Oh, what's that?
So
Do I need to go down there? Oh, I do.
I would try and get to the table on the right, I think. Oh,
Oh,
the lights have gone off. It's time to go home. Oh, they're back on again. Let's stay. Yeah, so there's another area on
Yeah.
the right, so you want to try and use that blue flipper,
okay.
flip it at the last moment
Yeah.
to make you go up the tunnel on the right.
Lovely.
Got it.
Okay. There's another one up there as well, trapped in the thing.
Yep. Well, if you want him, you can get a slug on the left of the table.
Okay. Oh no. So I need to go. Yay!
That little fish you just collected is called Kickback.
Okay.
So he's your buddy, and he can save you from falling into the gutter,
Oh, he's helpful.
which you just did.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to need
Okay, so I need
a
to-
slug for that.
Right. So I need to go left then right?
Yep.
Left then right, right then
Yeah,
left.
that's a confusing statement.
Do I need to go to the left?
Correct. You are right.
This is a bit now where I get stuck.
This
here
is
forever.
you don't necessarily need to have experience of playing pinball to be good at this game, but I think by the time you finished it,
Uh-huh.
you'll probably be
A pinball pro?
Yeah, I think you'll be a better pinball player as a result.
Okay. Might
Not
need
such
to
a
get me
bad
out of
thing.
here because I don't think. Oh, got more fruit. But now our wallet's full up. Why can I not get back up there?
I think you need to use the right flipper. That's it.
I'm in.
And then you need to spin around that loop. It's a struggle.
Do you want to get me out of this situation?
Well, keep trying a little bit more. We've got half an hour. I think people can watch you go around this table for 30 minutes.
30 minutes of this. There we go.
Flip.
Woo!
Yes. Now, when you go past the slug and it slows down, you need to press and hold one of the triggers.
Okay.
And it should
vacuum him up.
Vacuum him up. Got him. Now they do explode after a certain amount of time, so you need to be fairly
So what do I need
quick.
to do? Bash him into that thing
Yeah,
there?
you need to flip him to the right.
Okay.
Up the right tunnel. Or lane, as I think they call him in Pinball World.
Is it
He's exploded. You need to do it again.
No!
Yeah. Need some skills.
Now we're in an infinite cycle. I'm going to let you take over to get out of this situation.
What if I can't do it?
Then we are going to have 30 minutes of the same pinball table.
Well, there'll be very few spoilers.
It's the risk we have to take.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
So if you're watching on Facebook, let us know if you're picking up Yoku's. If you've already started playing it, let us know what you think. As you can see, me and Ash aren't great at this particular part, but we'll get there. Well, get out of it and I'll take back my words.
Okay.
Right, you've got the slug, right?
I've got the slug.
Get him, yay!
There you go. You see what I did with the bumpers there? So if you hold the bumper, you can...
Bumper control.
Yeah. You have quite a lot of control over the ball in pinball, more than you might realise. You can hold that bumper forever and you won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you can do all sorts of things, but you can, with enough momentum, instead of flipping him, you can roll him across the flipper.
I see.
So that you've got him exactly where you need him to be. It's good. Good skill to have in video games and in life.
Pinball skills.
Pinball skills, yeah. You never know when you might need them. We need to try and smash that crystal-y thing there, I think.
Yeah.
And I think if we go to the lane on the left, we can try and get some key shots.
You did it.
I did. It's good, good satisfying loop. There's still more to get. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, we're here forever. We're cursed.
History's repeating itself. I like the fact that the flippers light up when you move on them as well.
And if you get a kind of perfect run where you go slowly over one flipper and then roll onto another, a little rainbow comes out to show that you've done it right.
I did just see that. That's quite cool.
Let's see if we can do it again. No. No.
So you roll across both, right?
Yeah. Right.
I think you did it on this bit down here.
We can do this.
You got this.
There's a little boulder that we can push over.
Get rid of that steam.
And then we can finally cross.
Is that a pinwood? Oh.
So if we
Secrets.
spin all of these, we can make those features appear. I think if I've done it right, this will happen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Go on, Yoku, you can do it.
The steam core.
Okay.
I feel like he might be in trouble.
The pressure is too high! That's a terrible voice. The underbelly is about to blow, and when it does, it's going to take the Halliday with me. My troops are ready to hop on in, but they can't do it on their own. You've got to get in there and do something about the pressure. You heard the boss. It's time to jump. Let's move in apart. So this is what they've been queuing for.
To jump off.
Yeah. So we've now got a pressure meter on the right.
Yep.
So we have to do something about the pressure. We're going to have a little bit of help. As you can see, there's some little buddies. Yeah, they've rolled themselves into balls and they're going to help out. Once we've figured out exactly how to help them help us. So we're going to need to collect these shards, I think, would be the first step.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of Metroidvania games have boss battles. Does this have boss battles? Kinda not. I think it takes the concept of a boss battle and does something a little bit different with it. So if you think the purpose of a boss battle is to have a kind of climactic point to the stage that you're on, give you a bit of a wow moment with something that's a bit kind of bigger, more larger than life, and some gameplay features you haven't yet seen. It does all that, as we're about to see. But there may also be some big creatures that you have to hit with ball. So there may be some things that are a bit more kind of traditionally what you call a boss. Here we go. So I've opened up a little route at the top right there. Try and get there if we can. That was also wrong.
So where have you got to get to now then?
So,
that top hole, is it?
yeah. Hard for me to explain without pointing at the screen, but then no one will be able to see what I'm pointing at. That's where we're trying to get.
Yeah.
So you can see there's a little switch there.
Yeah.
And when we open the switch, we can let these fellas in. So actually,
cool.
I'm going to keep Yoku exactly where he is.
Like an extra ball on a
And
real
control
table.
these fellas. So we've got multi-ball.
Yay.
And we're going to use the multi-ball to plug those pressure points. One more to go. Plug the pressure, keep the pressure down. I'm sure it's not too uncomfortable for them.
I mean, they've got big grins on their faces. They're just
yeah.
comfortable.
This is what they were born to do.
This is their moment.
Probably getting frustrated with my pinball abilities.
Mine are way worse.
I think.
That's a lot of fruit that's just popped out the top there.
Oh, yeah,
You haven't got enough room in your wallet. You're full.
I think what I've been failing to do is make. Oh yeah, we've done it. I'll stop berating myself because I've done it. Oh no. It got worse.
Oh dear. You got your little fruit, your fish friend at the bottom there. Is that kickback?
Yeah. Yeah, he's helping out. Yeah. Get a lot of help. Some of the quests. A lot of friendly animals on the island. One more gap. Plug. Done it. Okay, one more time. I reckon.
One more time. You're right near the top now. So you played this on Switch, right?
I did. I played it entirely in handheld mode on Switch, actually.
Cool.
And it felt really neat having like, the screen really close to my face. And
Like this.
yeah, just like that. And you know, having those nice triggers on the Joy-Cons, like it felt like my own personal pinball table. It's really nice.
It's not practical to drag a full-size pinball table around with you, is it?
Not practical, but I know some people who would if they could. We've done it twice already.
Yeah. You've got this.
There's no reason to dilly-dally. See, I'm trying to think about two balls at once. And it's not ideal.
No,
Sometimes you're better just to concentrate on one of them.
I think that might be the best. Because you've got a replacement come down, right? If you lose one in the gutter.
Yeah, he just comes back down. Here he is. No rush, mate.
He's been waiting for this moment for ages. He's going to savour it.
Come on. Come on. We can do this. Oh, big sigh, big enormous sigh. See, what's happening there is I'm trying to rush up through the steam.
Yeah.
And it's not a great idea. Ooh.
Pops.
I wonder if there's another way to do it. I'll try and go up to the right. No. There must be a way, because I've done it before.
Steam is slowing you down, right?
Feels that way.
Oh.
I think actually we just need a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
So let's get some momentum. Or we'll just keep doing the same thing over and over. Yes.
Yes. It's gonna go. You did it.
All right. You better be
Crazy
happy.
hair.
Yeah, he kind of looks a little bit Rastafarian, this fella, doesn't he?
I like his colour scheme. It's got pink bits. I like his necklace.
Nice. Is that a reference to steamed hams, do you think? Or an accidental reference?
Get out of there, let's talk.
I will get out of there.
Get out.
Just as soon as I figure
Oh,
that
it's all
out.
glittery.
There we go.
Look at it.
Let's have a chat.
Glitter. Have enough of this steamy dump.
Let's talk. Bit of a poo reference. Appropriately enough for a dung beetle.
He's back.
Here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's a postman. Let's give him his post. Got the beeline.
Better hustle.
So that's it. You've seen a whole mission from start to finish there. We've got a question there from Paul Healing. What's Paul say?
Paul says, what are we playing this on? PC with an Xbox controller?
This is PC with an Xbox controller.
It is.
I believe you can also play with keyboard, although I've never tried it. So we've done that.
I like playing with the controller though because obviously you've got the triggers.
Yeah, controller's the way to go
pinballing.
because of the,
Your triggers.
your triggers.
Your flippers.
Controlling the flippers.
The flippers.
So we've done that entire section there,
Cool.
as you can see. That's done, but there's maybe still some extra bits and bobs to return to if you want to be a completionist. But we've made good progress in the story. Where should we go now?
Down.
And by the way, there's more than these 3 objectives in the full game. This is just what we have to think about for now.
Cool.
Yeah, let's... Oh yeah, beeline.
Yeah, do that.
Let's use the beeline. Fill that with fruit.
Oh, I like that. That's a cool mechanic.
It feels right.
Feels right.
Yeah.
Feels right.
And again with the beeline, you just use the triggers to point in the direction you want to go. Left points left, right points right. And then press again in the same direction to fire.
Oh my god, I love it.
Or you can use A to drop out where you are.
That's really cool. So basically, if you've unlocked a load of the map and you're the other side of the map and you've got to go back to collect stuff or to do something else, you can get there faster with that.
And there's the hub. There's 3 different coloured beelines, so we've only unlocked one of them so far, so you can't cheat your entire way around the game.
Oh, are they little bunny creatures?
Yeah, let's go say hello.
They're cool. Sweepers. I was waiting for a voice then. Like, what are you going to do now?
Sometimes I feel like doing the voice, and sometimes I don't. That was useful. Right. Maybe we should just. Wonder if we can. Drop down here.
What's the sweeper there? I think the sweepers are my favourite so far.
They're pretty good.
They're tiny.
So at the bottom of the waterfall now.
Cool.
Kind of use the beeline to achieve that, but we can't really. Can we? No.
Oh,
Can't really get much further than that. We need the dive fish. I think.
Who's that there? Zoe. Sun bunny.
Alright. A little bit of a clue to what we can do later. That needs 80 fruit, which we don't have.
Get some fruit.
We also need the suckling on a leash to get up there, and we don't have that either.
So how many hours did you put into this? And how far did you get?
Well, I believe my Steam account is currently on 45 hours, which is a bit misleading. It's definitely not a 45-hour game, but that's how much time I've spent playing this game over and over again.
That's cool.
So it's pretty good fun. I did a full run on Switch, and that took me 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But bear these things in mind. I played it many times before, so I kind of knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And also it was only at about 50% complete in terms of all the missions and collectibles that I've done.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to be quite skilled at the game. There is a pinball element, so, you know, when you play it for the first time, you might not do it as quickly as 5 hours. It might take 6, 7, 8. And if you want to do everything, you could be looking at like 10 to 12 hours. So there's plenty of game there.
Okay. It's going to take me forever because I'm rubbish at pinball. But also because I'll need to collect every last thing in this game.
I think you'd be surprised at how quickly you get good at the game. Here we are in this kind of, so there's lots of moments like this where you've got a choice of where to go. We've already been to Mokumana village. There's the juicery over here. So the juicery is not something I've really done much with.
Okay.
Because every time I've played it, this guy gives me one chance
Right.
to complete this table, and I failed every time, and then he locks it off.
Right. Can you unlock it again if he locks it off?
I'm assuming you can, but I haven't found a way to.
Maybe you have to beat something else.
So you get one life
Mm-hmm.
on this table, which is I think quite an interesting idea. Let's see how far we can get.
So these are, again, this is like a side quest, side
Yeah, this isn't essential to
mini-game
completing
kind
the
of
game,
thing, right?
but
So-
there'll be a reward for doing it.
You could practice your skills first before going and doing this.
Yes. This is for people who just can't get enough. And I got the dive fish there, which should help.
Oh, so close.
And I've unlocked something following me around there.
What is that?
I think it's an orange, because we are in the juicery.
Okay,
So I think the idea is that we're
the
collecting
fruit's falling down to be juiced.
oranges for the juice.
Yeah, I get you. So, are there dedicated pinball mini games? Paul Hessling's asking, or an arcade mode?
There's nothing like that as such in the game. Like everything in the game is contained within the world, but there are lots of distractions to find within that world. Lots of optional parts that you don't need to do to complete the game, but include some sort of bonus or just fun to do in their own right. And really, like everything in this game is based around pinball. There are different facets of pinball that you'll find in different areas of the map. And we are talking with the developer about adding some more areas, some more modes. nothing's set in stone just yet. We're gonna, the game's only just come out today, so we're gonna see what the reception is, like what people think about it, what they say.
Yeah.
One thing I think I probably can say is that we really want Yoku to be a big hit with speedrunners. And we think you could get a lot of enjoyment from watching a pro player
I was going to say
really well.
It's got a sort of feel to it that would be quite good for a speedrun.
So we are busy adding a kind of minor speedrun clock to the game, so people can post official times. We'll probably do a contest, but that's a way off. Yeah, I wouldn't like to commit to when that'll be ready, but it is something we are definitely working on.
Cool.
Speedrun mode. I feel like I'm trying to get in that juicy thing over there, but it's not quite working out, so let's see what else we can do. This is the most success I've ever had on this part of the game, actually.
Don't say that, you'll jinx it.
Well, it does mean that I am... okay. So basically what's happening is we need to be getting the orange from the top left area of this section.
Yeah.
And then at that point it becomes a multi-ball table, so I need to make sure Yoku doesn't fall from the right, while also flipping the orange into the juicer. So I have to think about two things at once. So this is definitely an area for kind of pro players. I might be out of my depth.
Yeah, I would have fallen in the gutter like 10 minutes ago. Paul's asking what the fruit is for. So the fruit.
You can answer that.
Yeah, so you collect the fruit in your wallet, and then you basically use it as a currency to unlock other things, like flippers, another. I don't want to spoil anything specific. Other perks along the way when you're travelling through the map.
Yep, so there are abilities that you can collect and use. So they're like permanent abilities so that you gather, and then they help you navigate the world, unlock new areas, make sense of puzzles. So one of them that you'll have seen earlier in the stream was the slug vacuum, which lets you explode things. There's the suckling on a leash, which is like a grappling hook. There's the dive fish, which lets you swim. There's the party horn, which you can use to wake people up or break pots and get fruit out of them. So all sorts of little gadgets and gizmos.
And obviously, if you get injured, you'll lose fruit.
You'll lose fruit, yeah. If you fall down the gutter. I'm determined to do this now. It might not be entirely possible.
Doing good.
How much time do we have left?
About 7 minutes.
Okay. If it drags on too long, we'll get out of here and explore a different area. Let's have one more go. Oh, I did it.
Oh. So how many just put in there?
It looks like I need to do more than that. Maybe 3?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, and you have to unlock the thing again. That little ledge where that's where the oranges come out, right?
Yeah. I'm quite excited to see what happens actually, as I've never done this before.
I want to know now as well.
Did it?
One more.
It's going well.
Does look like one more.
Okay.
This is really tense.
I know, I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating. And I never sweat. Jono's in the background laughing at that ridiculous lie.
Ridiculous lie.
Here we go. We can do this.
I don't think I can watch.
Moral support has meant a lot to me, Lauren. in this trying time.
This is so tense.
Yeah, remember, if you're watching, you only get one life on this area, and then they lock it away. Right, we can do this. Yes!
Yay!
Oh, he likes that.
Oh, he's hydrated now.
Let's, should we go see him?
See if it was worth it. He's going to offer you a glass of juice.
What, scrub?
That's not very nice.
After all that? Bad news is the juicing business is slow pay. We've got to flick this cocoa juice for you to get. Ah, they were.
Coconuts.
Yes.
Tiny coconut.
Good news is you'll be able to get a lot over time. Here's a couple of fruit now, but you come back here later, I'll have more waiting for you. So that didn't really pay off at all, did it? But I'm counting it as a personal
It tops your
achievement.
wallet up though.
Yeah.
So you can come. That to me reads that
So
you can come back and do another table.
And it kind of answers your question earlier of is there a finite amount of fruit?
Yeah.
Like if you ever need to get fruit,
Maybe come and do this.
you can go there and do
Yeah.
that. And it was pretty good fun to do. I'm definitely putting that on my record of achievement. It's a thing
See,
I've done.
Jonathan's just made a good point in the chat. We were at 148 on the wallet. Would we have got more fruit? I'm saying we. Would you have got more fruit if your wallet wasn't as full as that?
Oh yeah, you could see even the physical amount of fruit that it gave me there was an awful lot. It's just that the wallet was already quite full.
Yeah.
And actually,
Because they were bigger pieces
here we
of
are.
fruit,
Here's,
right?
here's a wallet upgrade. So I can now carry 200 fruit.
So we've got a few minutes left. So if
Yeah.
anyone wants to ask some questions before we shut everything down.
We're not shutting anything down.
Shutting you down.
In fact,
You've had enough. You've played too much video game today.
well, that's true. So
What's this thing here?
this is where you put the wickerlings that you've collected. There's lots of these kind of lanterns across
Okay.
the island. You can put 10 in each one, but I don't have 10 yet. I've got 6. And also this fella that we helped out earlier, the boss, he's now chilling out here, waiting to help us. Let people enjoy this text at their own pace when they play the game. So all the people that we help are going to gather here, and then something remarkable is going to happen. So that's probably a good place to leave it. We've seen an entire quest,
Yep.
something's changed here. So we've seen how quests work, we've seen how boss battles work, and we've done a bit of a side mission, which
We've got an ability.
got some abilities. We've now got the postmaster's
Tried the
badge.
extra table for some fruit.
Yeah, I think it's been a jolly good day.
Yeah, we done good.
And I'm pretty sure as that stream was happening, the game activated on Steam. It should be there now for people to buy and enjoy,
Yay.
which means it's now out on all platforms globally. It's even out in Japan on the Switch.
Out in the wild for
Pretty
everyone
cool.
to enjoy.
So, yeah, hope you really enjoy Yoku's Island Express this week. If you're still on the fence, there's plenty of reviews out there. Got a really positive review from Eurogamer and IGN, Nintendo Life, all those lovely websites. There's plenty of YouTuber coverage. Go and have a watch. And if you've got any questions, chat to us on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Steam forums. We're everywhere, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Lauren,
Cool.
it's been a pleasure.
Yep, it's been great.
Bye everyone.
See you later.